Yo, what up, what up, what up? It's your boys, it's your people, it's your mans. Yo, you've never seen us before, but get used to the faces. Yo, this is the No Man Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm your boy, your host, your man, Mitch Aber. Yo, we're doing it live. I hope it's working. I don't know, man. We're trying to pop this off tonight on the Twitch for the first time. So, bear with us. We may have some technical difficulties, but I want to introduce ourselves to the world again. I'm your host, your man, your ace, your number one favorite fantasy guy. My name is Mitch. What up, people? And to my right, this guy right here, the greatest, the nastiest, the undisputed, the undefeated, undiscovered, the uncontroversy, whatever that word is, whatever. The greatest co-host in podcast history, my man Wes. What up, Wes?
What up, Mitch? Live, baby. It's been a long time.
I think it's working. I mean, we got the chat connected. People, you got to tell me if we're there or not. I could check up on the screens and do what we do. But hey, at the end of the day, we're just trying to introduce ourselves to the podcast, baby, to the podcast world, Twitch, everybody. We're here for you, and we just want to introduce ourselves, man. We usually got 4. But this is impromptu. This is how we do. We mix it up with everybody, right? We play some games. We have some fun. But our other 2 guys, we got the Salt and the Stats, and we got the Mr. Angry Man, the angriest man on the internet. He'll argue every point with you because he's a Jets fan, and that's what they do. They're like Red Sox fans. Shout out to the Red Sox fans, people. But, shout out to the Twitch world, man. Thank you for welcoming us to your family. All right, we got some love off the bat before we even had a show. We got some love. I mean, come on.
Word?
Yeah, I mean, talk to the people for me, man.
Oh, man, I'm excited, man. Like I said, we've been doing this, I'll say, for YouTube for a minute. But now we live. We get some live responses. I'm excited.
I'm excited, too. I want some questions. You got to make us work for our money, you know what I'm saying? Not that we're making any money right now, but, as you can see, the studio's in construction. We're COVID-free. I want everyone to know. Come here, feel comfortable. We COVID-free. You ain't going to catch nothing from us, man. We got the masks, you see?
I should have got to put my mask on.
We got the mask, But if I put the mask on, I'm going to deprive y'all from the pretty faces. We don't want to do that. But just to kind of introduce you guys to what we do and how we do it, we talk fantasy football. We talk football. We talk about what happens in the offseason and how it's going to impact the entire season, from a fantasy perspective. If you want to win your league, now look, I'm going to preface this by saying this. Everybody knows somebody.
I'm putting business cards.
I'm just saying this right now. Everybody knows somebody that has won a fantasy football league, right? Whether it's true or not, look. We're going to give you the right advice. We're going to give you the good advice. We're going to give you the expert advice, and it's free. You ain't going to pay for it. Every Tuesday night, we have a show. Tuesday night, 10 p.m. Yeah, it's a little late, for the kiddies and stuff like that, but we welcome everybody. But we do it late because we're like Adam Schefter. We want to break the news late to you if we have to, But we just like to have some fun. We talk smack. The show is based off of our fantasy football league that Wes and I run together. Little background, I've known that cat for my whole life. He knows me, I know him, so I know where he's going. As you can see, he's a Raiders fan. If you can show him the cap a little bit. There you go. He's a Raiders fan. And as you can tell, the Shrine, although the studio's under construction, people, we got the Shrine up. We got the Bengal. And you don't have to, you could be a Bengal hater. I'm cool with that. You could be a Raider hater. He's cool with that. We're still going to give you it's just what it is. Look, we don't have a fancy schmancy studio.
Not yet.
Not yet. There you go. We don't got the bells and whistles and everything. We raw. We're the truest in the game. This is what we do. Okay, we got fans all over the country.
Every day.
Look, our demographic is from like 3 years old to like 90. We got that whole spectrum. Wherever you fall in that, look, you could be a Karen. I don't care. Come on, if you need help with your fantasy league, I got you. Whatever you need, that's what we do, man. But and it's not just going to be about fantasy football. Wes, you and I have talked about this. you know, we want to do basketball. That's Wes's realm, and Carlos, when you guys get to meet the Sultan, that's their jam. You know, we may talk about poker. I love playing poker. You know, that's my cousin's jam. Shout out to Mike right now. He's playing in a poker tournament. Hope he's winning. You know, if he's not, shame on you for not being on the podcast.
Exactly. You have some better stuff to be doing then.
Right. You know, you can be honest with us. I mean, we're gonna do everything. You know, hey, real quick though, I want to shout out the interns. We got to shout out the interns. Sammy and Luke. They've put this together. They've worked hard. This is their jam too. So shout out to the interns. And look, they're athletes too, Wes. You know, we're gonna do one with your daughter. We'll do soccer talk. You know, we'll do one with Sammy. She's a volleyball player. We call it stuck in the net or whatever you want to call it. You know. And then shout out to Lucas. You know, and shout out to the people who are watching. I know we got a bunch of people watching right now. You know, from the baseball team. You know, shout out to the Carolina Blue Bloods, man. Coach Mitch got you. We're going all around the world, people. No matter what you want to talk about, that's what we're here for. Come join the train. That's our thing. You know, we want to bring everyone with us. Wes, what's your vision with it? Like, where do you want to see this go? Now that we live on Twitch, baby. Like we live, baby.
No, I'm excited, man. First off, let me start off. To all the EEOC, this is not no child labor laws. Just because our interns are below the age of 15, don't worry about how they.
Well, no, she's 15. She is 15.
All right. So legally, so we don't want no static regarding no labor laws because our interns are below age. But hey, yes, shout out to the interns. They got us started. They got us on this live platform, so I'm excited. Even I got a little pressure that I was like, man, my little niece and nephew put us up to this. Now I was like, man, now we got to come through, Mitch. I was like, now we got to do it for them.
We have no choice, man.
They got us started.
Yeah. Well, and you know, she got us on Twitter. You know, so Sammy's gonna be our social media guru. Hit us up at nomamfantasyfootball@gmail.com. That's our email address. You know, Lucas is gonna be doing all the graphical work for us and stuff like that. When we do get the bells and whistles, you know, he actually told me, he's like, you know, you want to be like the big guys, Dad? I'm like, I guess you, man. So, hey, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Charlie D'Amelio, all you guys are the big, the whatever, the ticky-tock and all that stuff that you guys do. Check this out. Y'all want to box and do all that stuff? How about I challenge you to a game of checkers? Some online, like that. You got nothing. Floyd Mayweather, look, I'll throw $5 right now on a game of Uno. I'll take you out anytime. What, Jake Paul? Where you at? Where you at, Logan?
Stop throwing these challenges, man.
Hey, man, you know, look, I'm hyped, dude. I'm like, this is big for us, you know. Look, if you check out on the Twitch page, there's a link to our YouTube page. And we've done about 20 weeks of shows. You know, obviously during the fantasy season, it was big, you know. Like we're talking, we do a lot of different segments. We do yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. So it's like a stardom sit-ems. We also do a segment called Are You Serious? And I always clown my man Randy Moss. Shout out to Randy Moss that I mossed him, because Are You Serious is way better than You Got Mossed or Come On Man or any of that nonsense you see out there. Are You Serious is the place to be. And so, and again, we from our perspective, again, we've been in the game for a minute. We've been playing fantasy since the days of having to write it down. So, and we watch football. Hey, and again, we give advice. We're for the people, Wes, right? We're for the people.
I agree. We do it for the people. Like I said, literally, I've known you from the crib, from moms knowing each other. And we've been playing sports, talking sports since then. Nothing really much to dwell on that. It's fact. I know you strong with sports. You know I'm strong with sports. Why not? Let's talk about it and let's build this platform. Get it jumping. That's you know. You basically kicked me in the pants to get this thing started, but hey, I'm here now.
But hey, you know, at the end of the day, too. I mean, look, we're in so many leagues together that we wind up playing each other. And look, people, I can't promise you. Look, there's nothing but love right here. Like this is love right there. I mean, this is my family. But when we play each other, we don't talk to each other.
Yeah,
it's dangerous,
it's
especially
a cold war. It's a cold war that week.
let it be a playoff game. Like we've played each other in the championship game, and we went a week and a half without talking to each other. I don't think in our lifetime we ever went a week at that time without talking to each other. So, again, we do this because it's fun. We have a good time with it. Like for instance, like give you a little taste of what we do. So one of the things that we talk about a lot, like right now, because you guys are probably saying to yourself, well, fantasy football's over. The football season's over, right? But look what's going on. I'll ask the burning question on this podcast for the last 3 weeks is, and I'll put this out to anyone who's watching right now, where do you think Deshaun Watson is going to wind up? Because from a fantasy perspective, if he goes to a great team that's established already, that has good running backs and receivers, does that put him in the top 5, top 10 of fantasy? Look, shout out to Mike, but if he goes to the Jets, where does that leave him? Unless
I thought about it, and I forgot what show I heard it on, but you got three different sections here. Like, you can go the Jets route where you get a stockpile of picks, but you're not going to get a good active player if they was to throw one in.
Right.
Miami, you get Tua, and you get some picks, but not as good as the Jets, obviously. You go to the higher teams, you go to the Raiders, you get maybe Carr, a couple first rounders, but the picks ain't going to be as low as the Jets or Miami. Panthers, which I'm hearing a lot.
They're making some traction, dude.
Put it in.
That's traction.
CMC, and they say Bridgewater, which really doesn't matter. And picks. Now, if I'm Houston, I look at that. That's a reasonable starting point.
Yes,
I get a running back. I get a top 8 pick, 6 pick. I forgot what the Panthers are. I get a top running back and a top
they're like 8 or 9.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That's a better starting point, I think out of all 3 scenarios. But that is the $100 million question. Where's Deshaun Watson going? I think most teams will want him.
Well, so let me ask you this.
Houston's not taking calls, whatever that means.
What'd you say?
Houston's not taking calls.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. Whatever, dude.
Houston,
okay. Are you serious, Houston? Please. Or, Houston, we got a problem. You need to open up them phone lines. No, so let me ask you this, though. So let's just say, because, look, we're in the Carolinas, right? We're obviously, if you can't tell by our deep Southern accents, we're not from these parts. We live in North Carolina right now. We're from New York. We're from Brooklyn, baby. That's where we're from. Sorry. Shout out to Brooklyn. Yo, but seriously, if he goes to the Carolinas, right, if he comes here, and I think they got a pretty decent wide receiving core. DJ Moore, Curtis Samuels, not Ted, Robbie Anderson.
Ted Ginn.
I said I was going to say Ted Ginn Jr. for some reason. But to me, I still think you lose so much when you get rid of a CMC. Like, if you're a Carolina Panther fan, right now, he's the only one you're hanging on to. Again, Panther fans out there listening, I know. Hey, I know some guys that should be on this podcast right now, and if you're not, shame on you. Kyle, I know you're a Panther fan. If you are a Panther fan and you want to build this team to be a Super Bowl credible team, is getting rid of CMC the answer? I mean, you tell me, Wes. Do you think that's? Do you think that's good for the?
Just for the record, I'm sorry, Mitch. Just for the record, the Hornets just beat the Warriors on a buzzer beater. But anyway.
But no. That's good. That's one part of the podcast that we're gonna catch. See, he goes off in a distance sometimes. If you see his eyes go that way, he's watching a basketball game or something. So anyway.
But I just look at it as C-Mac. I guess the Panthers looking at it that Deshaun Watson is a better starting point versus with McCaffrey. I don't want to say that they've ran McCaffrey down.
Oh, they have. We've seen it.
I want to say they feel that they can win with a more explosive quarterback than running back. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I think it's easy for them because I think the Panthers feel that they can get another running back.
Right.
You saw what Mike Davis did with CMC was out. So
that's the thing too.
I think that let the Panthers know that okay, we Plan B is not bad if something's wrong with Plan A. So if we trade Plan A, CMC, we can get a higher value back in Deshaun Watson. And hey, put Mike Davis back there. He didn't do so bad. You know what I'm saying?
No, he did. I mean.
So that's what I think the Panthers are thinking about when you look at that.
Well, true, but I think that you've invested so much. I mean, what was the contract they gave him? What, $250 million?
For who? CMC?
CMC.
Oh, I don't know. He may be top paid running back, but I want to say that Dalvin Cook may have got him this year.
Okay. My opinion with that to the Panthers, although that to me has the most legs and the most teeth in it right now, that trade, because it makes the most sense.
Kamara may be up there too.
But I think that destroys the Panthers. I think that sets the Panthers back 3-4 years.
No.
Because of Mike Davis and his performance?
I'm thinking the Panthers are more comfortable. If they got to give up CMC, they're comfortable with Mike Davis and Watson.
Okay.
Like you even said, the receiving core is legit. They probably need to draft a tight end.
Yeah, they got and Pitts will be out there for them. The kid from Florida.
If they got to give up their pick, so they're in the back of the line. They don't have them to.
Well, right. They may drop him.
Pitts he ain't lasting.
He ain't lasting past the first. I don't know the way that I've been seeing some of these draft boards, these mock drafts, that Pitts is like either towards the end or the beginning of the next round. So, but no, I mean, not even just so. Let me ask you, and again, I asked these wonderful, I guess we call them Twitchers. What do we call them? Twitchers? Lucas, let me know. Lucas, I hope you're still watching. I hope
not
Lucas.
Trying to lose no.
I said Twitches. Twitches.
Oh,
I don't know.
Right. With
Twitch people.
With a T. Oh,
with a T. Yeah, no, not the B word, the T word, man. Or Twitch villains. I don't know. Where would you, in your heart of hearts out there, drop us a line in the chat. Where do you want to see him go? Where do you think, or for the Panther fans, there's any of you out there, do you think it's a good spot for him to go? That would be my question to everybody.
Me personally, be saying yes all day, like Daniel Bryan. Yes. Panther fans to me, yes, all day.
See, and look, it's weird because I want to see him kind of go to the Jets, and I'll tell you why. Here's my only reason. Deshaun Watson's a great dude. He's a good kid, and I want to see him succeed. And he got a new coach. They're gonna have a new philosophy there. And he's in New York. He's gonna get paid. Look, once we get past the COVID, all this COVID stuff, and the salary cap goes up next year, people, it's gonna go from 180. They agreed it's gonna be 180 this year, right? Mm-hmm. It's gonna go to about 225, 230, maybe even 240. You're talking about a $60 million jump. And if that's the case, the Jets will have the Jets will be in a very good position for the next year or two to make a very solid team around him. Look, Jamison Crowder is a good wide receiver. They need another one. They need a running back, and I think they need a tight end too. So maybe you get Fedora. Is Fedorowicz still playing with the Texans? I was gonna say chuck him in the deal, man.
No, his best spot to go is Miami, I think. And I hate it, but it's Miami. You got a good young defense from Miami.
Right.
Some good pieces on offense. Not great, but good. I still like Devontae Parker. They got the tight ends. Quickie, whatever. Like Gesicki.
Q-tip.
Then they got
the Q-tip.
Then they got
Q-tip.
Then they got gas masks running. So I see they got good pieces, Miami.
Miami does have good pieces, but why give up on Tua so soon?
It's an upgrade. That's the only reason. It's an upgrade.
I mean, I get that. Okay, so let's talk about maybe a side grade. I don't know if I'd call it an upgrade. Well, I call it an upgrade because they don't have a quarterback. and now he is their quarterback. Carson Wentz in Indianapolis.
I'm still waiting to see him, man.
I don't know, man. Look, he's back with Frank Reich. Look,
It
everyone
looks good
was
on paper.
What
It
you
looks
say?
good on paper.
It looks good on paper. It may not look good in real life. I mean, it's tough, but they got a good team. And if they can keep, look, here's people, listen. If you're an Eagles fan, or no one likes the Eagles, if your grandmother likes the Eagles, I don't care who it is, your grocery store guy, I don't care. He was terrible on the Eagles because the Eagles were terrible this year. They had no offensive line. They had nothing making them relevant at all. They were the Browns from 3 years ago. They were the Bengals. They were the Bengals for the last 20 years, whatever. They were terrible. For a team that always wants to win, okay? They just won a Super Bowl a few years ago with Nicky Foles. I think a change of scenery, you're giving this kid a chance now to survive. And look, T.Y. Hilton showed up towards the end of the year. You have Michael Pittman. You got Mo Alley Cox. That's your boy. You had him.
Boy.
You had Mo Alley a lot in our stardoms, and he did really well. They got a good defense. Shit, I didn't even think their kickers are good, man. I mean, the team is good.
Yeah, I got nothing to say. Like I said,
hey, to all my ginger people out there, I love y'all. Look, I'm close to ginger. I think I'm like 1/13 ginger. Like I got one hair like over here that's red, or like back here. But Carson Wentz, what do you think? I mean, people, tell me. Again, I want this to be interactive, Twitch world. Let me know what you got. I know people are in the chat. I mean, we've been going at it, so. But no, I mean, again, it's stuff like that we talk about. We always have something. Where's J.J. Watt going to wind up? Is he going to go join his brothers in Pittsburgh? Is he going to go to Green Bay?
If he's about that money, he's going to go play with his brother or something. But if he's going to win,
the Steelers, they ain't giving anybody money. Shit, they trying to take money away from Big Ben Roethlisberger.
But right now they're talking about Buffalo, so I got to see how that works.
Oh, if he went to Buffalo, that'd be sick.
The defense would be sick, yeah.
The defense would be crazy. I think he has about a good 2 to 4 years left in him. I mean, he's fragile. Yeah. He's been getting hurt a lot lately, so maybe the steroids aren't helping him out. I mean, I'm only kidding, JJ. Jay, I'm only kidding, brother. I'm only kidding. But no, I mean, again, this is what we do. We just gave you that bit of advice, and how great was that? I mean, I'm good. I'm writing stuff down as I'm talking about it. That's how good it was.
Hold on. And all to my IDP players, yeah, we give out facts for those too.
Yes. Talk about that for a second, though, Wes. Talk about what the IDP is, so people who are the most familiar with fantasy football. Give them the knowledge.
Me and Mitch, we do IDP. I had to drag him kicking and screaming to join because I had to keep telling him that the same points that are on offense, there are points on the defense, and we're just leaving them on the table. But basically,
I never was truly introduced to it, though. In my defense, it was never really explained to me properly. I'm sorry. Go.
No, you're good. But what do? We just kind of keep it simple. Got one corner, one secondary, 2 linebackers, 1 D-line, and we just pretty much put the starters, 1 secondary, 1 D-line, 2 linebackers, and you just kind of put your best starters out there, just like you do on offense, you do it on defense, but you just kind of look at it you got to know you guys. I know a lot of people just know about 5, 6 players on defense just off the top of their head, but how many top secondary guys can you name? How many top D linemen can you name? That's where it comes in at when you got to pick starting lineups. And, you're the one secondary guy drafted is benched. Now you got to research. Right. Or that defensive, J.J. Watt is going to bye week this week. Who else you going to grab that's going to get you points? I think linebackers are easy because you can just grab the most tackle guys. That's just self-explanatory. Luke Kuechly was a beast a couple years back because he was a tackling machine. J.J. Watt was a beast back in the day when he was on the line. He used to get deflections. He used to get everything. He was a stat all over the place type of dude. And then secondary guys.
But now hold on a second. I'm gonna let you've been going on, but let's tell the facts though. The first year you talked me into it. With my 6th pick, I took Luke Kuechly.
Too early, but
I started the season 10-0. Let's just the Guru, and that's me. You get to know that. That's my nickname here is the Guru. I call it as I see it because I see it in the future. Sorry, buddy.
He just used a magic 8-ball.
I just use that. Yeah, I just whatever. Actually, I talk to Lucas a lot. Shout out to Lucas, man. That dude's a beast. Anyone who's ever played fantasy football with him, Matthew, if you're listening out there, he's Le Champion. He's a champion, man. Lucas beat West this year for the championship in one of our leagues. Just saying. Continue.
I couldn't beat my nephew like that. I got to show him some love, man. I was proud of him. But yeah, so we do the IDP, man. Like I said, it's fun. It's a lot. Like I said, some people think it's more difficult because you just got to set like 5 more roster spots, which isn't really that hard.
It's not really that hard. It really isn't.
If you know football, you know who you're playing, and you know who's the guys on defense who's stopping the ball. So it's not really that hard. But yeah, I challenge a lot of people. If you don't do it, do it. It's fun. We may switch it up, put some more positions in there, tweak the points.
Wes is he's you know how George Kittle and Travis Kelce and all these other guys they have the tight ends day. I'm going there. We're going there. So they have National Tight Ends Day. If it was up to Wes, he would have the non-tight end day. He does not like the tight end position. And to his point, and to his credit, they as far as a positional player, they are the lowest on the totem pole all the time. So if you find that diamond in the rough, the Travis Kelce, the Darren Waller, the George Kittle when he's healthy, and who's give me another one? I mean, there's a few more out there this year.
Who did good? Hawkinson did good this year.
Did really good this year.
I forgot the dude in San Diego.
The kid Hunter Henry from San Diego. No, I'm sorry, Los Angeles. But people still calling us Oakland, so that's valid. But yeah, so no, to his point, and I argue with him because it's fun to do. The tight end position is a very hard position because if you don't get that right guy, now again, as I've explained, why we never got rid of the tight end position is because every year you got more coming in from college, and these kids are younger, they're more athletic, they're not your stereotypical tight ends that, back in the day, or the last, few years. Look, Jimmy Graham is the biggest disappointment as far as tight end in of that body frame, or that kind of basketballer's frame. He had a few good years. He's garbage, so. But anyway, we're going to give you IDP advice. We're going to give you who you should stay away from. This year, I mean, look, raise your hand right now if you've ever drafted Drew Brees.
Couple of years. I think I won a chip with Drew Brees.
And now no more Drew Brees. Phillip Rivers is gone. So there's a lot of guys. There's a lot of guys that that landscape is changing, and I think you're going to see in a fantasy perspective. I mean, what are they going to do with Kamara? Who are they going to bring? Is Jameis going to be the quarterback over there in New Orleans? We don't know. I mean, what's his favorite tight end in football, though? Tell him, Wes. Who's your favorite tight end in football? He's on the Saints right now.
Well, the Saints.
Taysom Hill. If y'all remember the glitch last year,
best tight end in football right there. Taysom Hill, baby.
when the glitch happened, when Drew Brees broke 17 ribs and punctured a lung and collapsed a toe or whatever happened to him, he went down and Taysom Hill was listed as a quarterback, but also as a tight end.
No, that's wrong. Taysom Hill was listed as a HB tight end before Drew Brees got hurt, and I had him
Okay.
I had him on my roster.
Okay.
Reese went down, and I'm thinking they're gonna pump Jameis up, right, as a starter, and Taysom Hill still do his thing as the gadget guy, right?
Right.
No, Sean Payton's like, no, Taysom you up. Oh, really? So now I'm like, do I start Taysom Hill? Hell no, I got Justin Herbert. I'm not registered to Herbert or Taysom Hill.
And that only happened in the ESPN league, though. That if you play in the ESPN league, they let you use him as a tight end, but he was playing quarterback.
Now, it happened to be the same week I had T.J. Hawkinson on the bye, and I had a position to play
so
somebody.
It helped you out. No, look.
Exactly. So Taysom Hill
it helped you out.
being at the tight end spot and playing technically the quarterback position that week, hey, it worked out. Now, the healthy conscience in me knew that something was wrong.
Whatever.
So the second week, I did remove Taysom Hill out of the.
He did. Because he only gave you like 12 points. He didn't give you a lot of points when you started him. So you're playing.
No, I did. He did. He gave me about 25 points.
Did he give you 25 points?
I still won. I forgot who I played. I still won by like 50 points. Okay. But he gave me 25, and I felt bad. Like,
no, you didn't.
It was like one of them things, Mitch. By 3 o'clock, my matchup was over.
Oh, I love those. Like, I love those.
It's like I'm watching the second set of games.
Yeah, you know how many times I think this year was that we were in the experts league. I was playing Lucas, and he had me like 110 points at halftime of like the second game. I didn't even want to watch football the rest of the night. I didn't want to watch the 8 o'clock game. I was like, I'm just gonna go make dinner and take a shower. Goodbye. I'm not watching this no more, because again, I don't care how old you are. Again, our demographic, like I told you, 3 years old. 90 years old. Lucas is right there. You know, he's like 13. He whipped my ass. I'm just saying. But look, there's a taste of what you guys are going to get. Look, like I told you, every Tuesday night, 10 p.m., we will be live on the Twitch. Taking over, baby. That's what we're doing. It's the No Man Fantasy Football Podcast. Go to our inbox. No Man Fantasy Football at gmail.com. Drop a question. We'll talk about it on the air. Shoot, when you start coming on, we may invite you to the Zoom meeting on air live. You get your 15 seconds of fame. You got it. We're bringing people on. We're all about the love. If you got a good question and you present it right, we'll put you on. That's how we do. But again, go to the YouTube channel, come to the Twitch page, do everything you can to blow it up. Let's have some fun with this. Like I said, we got old, we got new, we got young, we got blue, we got everything. We the melting pot, people. No matter what it is, we gotta talk about it. You got a topic you want to talk about? Let's talk about it. Look, we even got dogs on the show. I mean, come on.
To my dog lover, see?
Look, we can talk about. Look at that. Look at that dog. That's beautiful.
You're not showing me no love. See, you on TV?
Look, she's like, I don't want to be on TV.
Yeah, she's like, when are we going outside?
She wants to know when we're going outside. She's done talking about football for the evening. But yeah, man.
When are we going outside?
Electra, she's the GOAT. She's the GOAT right now. She has more appearances on the live show than Carlos and Mike, our two other co-hosts. I mean, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Look, it is what it is. Look, shout out to the family. Shout out to the interns. Again, without y'all, this show is nothing.
This wouldn't have been started. Trust me.
We love y'all. Look, when we can start paying you, we'll pay you. We're still going to feed you, but we ain't going to pay you right now. I'm only kidding. Hey, look, shout out to one of the interns. She went driving today. She had a really good experience. So
what?
Yep.
Come get your uncle.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, man. Look, shout out to the world. We love y'all. Tuesday nights, 10 p.m. Don't miss an episode. Like I said, check us out on the YouTube. Subscribe, like over there. Drop a comment, whatever you do while you're watching Jake Paul. Like I said, y'all know Jake. Y'all know Logan. Look, I'm nasty in checkers, baby. You want the Uno game? What you got? You got no. Look, I'll bust you in Connect 4. You know how nice I am. Ooh, Monopoly. Look, you know how serious the game of Monopoly has gotten? Like, or even Scrabble. My family won't even play Scrabble.
Oh yeah,
with
I
me
know.
anymore.
Yeah, in your house. Yeah,
It's crazy, dude. Like like my wife will start throwing hands with people. I'm like, all right. Look, I have a video that we're not allowed to show. It was happening on New Year's night. Sammy versus Jen in air hockey. It got brutal.
the little air hockey thing.
Remember the air? We dropped there. They were smacking the puck all over. I think I got hit with a stick. I don't know what happened, man. It wasn't fair. But look, we all about the love here, people. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for welcoming us into your family. We love y'all, Twitch. We love everything about y'all. Keep it real. Keep it tight. We love y'all. Peace out, people.